Hey guys, so I wanted to show you a few recovery exercises that you can do for yourself just to help you to maybe cool down, to warm up on your exercises, but also if you're really feeling stiff, it's fantastic. So I'm going to use a ball and a roller. So you will need those for this tutorial. And so the first one, we're going to work on our feet. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your foot on it and you're going to roll over the ball, okay? Simply rolling up and back. Now, if you find a point where you're like, ooh, that feels really tight, or there's a bit of pressure, hang around on that point and roll around. And you'll do that for about a minute or so, maybe two, just rolling around on your foot on the ball. And once you've done one foot and you feel released to some degree, you start on the other foot. Now both feet will be different. Tightness could be in different places. One foot could be tighter because we are working two sides of our body and we always overcompensate or don't utilize one side as much, so one does get less wear and tear sometimes in certain areas. And just remember, if you find a spot that's tight, roll around on it, release it out. More pressure you put, the more you're going to feel it. Less pressure you put, the more gentle this will be experienced. So if you want a more deep tissue, then really lean onto it and get in there, okay? We really often find in the arch of your foot quite a few potential knots up on the big toes. Really nice also to release, going down the toe joints and rolling around. Once you've done that, come down. Put the ball on your leg to roll out your calf. Again, rolling up and back, trying to find where you have points of tightness. So for example, here is really tight for me, so I would stay around and roll on here, and then I would roll back, and then I will find another point at some point, and I'll keep rolling along up and back, even down into my Achilles and soleus, okay, rolling around. Now the calf splits in two as well, so be mindful of going up the middle as well and going around to the sides. Often the sides can be very tender. And once you've done one side, wing around and do your other side. Now with that in mind, the less weight you put on, so the more weight you put on this countering leg, the more you are going to feel, or the less you are going to feel. So if I take a lot of weight off and really press down, I'm going to feel it a lot more. Really rotate out into the legs, okay? So you can feel inner and outer calves. We have to do all facets and all dimensions, okay? And we do it for about the same time, so about a minute each side. And then finally, grabbing the ball and putting it here on your knee, so you can see it's here. And I'm just rolling around here, releasing anything that might be, just to give you a more front view. Rolling around here, okay? Releasing out in the knee area. You can straighten out your leg a little bit, feel it slightly different. So it's just above the knee, rolling around. Feels really good. And then slowly coming out of that after about a minute. From there, we are going to take it one more movement. So you're going to put the ball on your glute here and going to roll around on one side. So rolling around, releasing any of that glute muscle. You're going to really feel it. Should be really, like in here, for example, is very tight for me. So I would hold on here and release that a little bit, then rolling on around. And then of course swapping onto the other side, moving around until you find your releasing points, making sure you do all areas, okay? This will also help when you do your glute muscle. It'll also help into your lower back. If you have tight glutes, it often refers to your lower back as well. So now that we've done the ball work, so about a minute, probably have lots of funny noises coming off the ball and the roller, all the more fun. I'm gonna just do up the body your legs on here, onto the roller, and rolling up and back, up and back. If this is too intense on your arms, you can take one leg at a time, up and back, rolling over, okay? And then you can go onto the other leg, up and back. From here, we go up into the hamstring area. So sitting on it and rolling around, I almost feel like a bit of a kid. It's quite fun, to be honest. But there can be some tense moments. But just, instead of labeling them as pain or tightness, just say, okay, here's an area I need to work. Because labels often decrease the value of places. Doesn't mean they're necessarily positive, negative. Just like when it's raining, it's quite positive because actually bringing down the CO2 from the atmosphere, the carbon dioxide, to cool the earth down. And if we didn't have that, our planet would be too hot to live on. So there's all positives to everything and learnings that can be done. From here, you want to roll on your side and straighten out, bring your other leg across and just rolling up in the top area of the side of your thigh. You're really going to feel this one. Okay, take it where you need it. It's nice and intense, and then from there you're going to swap it on over into the other side. So these, remember, are all done for around 1 minute, okay? So I'm just showing you through the exercises, but the longer you hold and work into it, the better it's going to be long term. And then finally we just go up into the back. Firstly, we push with our elbows, lift up your hips, so elongate and lengthen out our spine here. Bring our legs up and wide and just rotate from one side to the other, just flossing out through the hips, but flossing out through the spine a bit as well and lengthening out. You may even find a few cracks. And once you've done that for, lengthen out for about a minute or so, then 10 or so switches from each side. You're going to come here, put your hands on your knees, and you're just going to roll through your spine, okay? All the way up your shoulders, all the way down. So you might get a few kinks coming out, just releasing any of the spine, realigning it. And if you want to take it a bit deeper into the arms here, elongate your arms over and roll right up. Really nice in the upper section of your shoulders if you've been working them a lot, sitting down a lot. And here are some great exercises to warm you up, cool you down after training, or just release tight points and work into your fascia as well, a little bit of release in there and the scar tissue. And on a regular basis, you're going to feel a huge difference. So remember, it's not just about stretching, it's not just about training, it's about finding recovery, and recovery could be self-massage in this type of method and movement methods. So have a great day and thanks for joining me. Namaste.